Sometimes it can be really easy to be kind to our friends, our neighbors, people that we meet at the store, but often we can be really mean to ourselves. We can say things to ourselves that no one else can hear that are mean. They're downing ourselves and taking ourselves down a notch. And honestly, we can show impatience with ourselves, and we can be really angry and mean to ourselves. If we want to experience really great mental and spiritual health, then we got to be kind with ourselves. I'm Nate Lejeune, and we are going through our series, Mind Matters, as we look at both our mental and spiritual health and how those two things intersect and how we can experience God on deeper levels through experiencing really great mental health. Let's talk about how we treat ourselves today. Let's go. Matthew is one of the few stories where we see Jesus having an interaction with the Pharisees, the leaders, the religious leaders of the day. And they're kind of having this back and forth, and some disciples are asking questions. And we get to this concept of what is the greatest commandment. We love ranking things. I'm a big sports nerd, and man, we love rankings. We let rankings decide if our team is good or bad or how we should feel about our teams. We want to be ranked as high as possible. And if you're number 2, you want to overtake number 1. And if your team isn't ranked, you want to be ranked. We love ranking things. And they did in Jesus' day too. They wanted to know, Jesus, rank for us. If you're God, if you're the Messiah, rank for us the greatest commandment. Matthew lets us in on this one. Matthew chapter 22 says, "And he said unto them, You shall love the Lord your God with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your mind." Let's just start at the very first one. Love God with everything that's in you. Seems like a pretty easy one. And then he says this is the greatest and first commandment. And the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. You shall love others as yourself. These two things are connected with the greatest commandment of loving God. If you're going to love God with everything that's in you, and you're going to show that out, you're going to have that naturally come out in your life by how you love your neighbors. Here's the part that can be easily missed: as you love yourself. You have to love yourself. Are we kind to ourselves when we make a mistake? Are we patient with ourselves when we're trying to grow in a certain area? Are we understanding when we don't get it just right? Do we give ourselves the same thing that we give others? Because the truth is, I can't give to others what I'm not willing to give to myself. I can fake it. I can give fake stuff. I can give like little pieces of it. But if I'm going to give people the fullness of what I am and what I want to represent in my life, then I got to give that same stuff to myself. This is why God says that he came to give us this abundant life, because he wants us to experience him in the fullness of who he is and allow that to overflow in our lives to those that are around us. So the same love and joy and patience and understanding and mercy and grace and all of these things are supposed to be living in our lives at such abundance that it flows onto those that are around them. You have to love yourself. Part of really great mental maintenance, mental self-care, is taking care of how we speak to ourselves, being reflective about it. How do you respond in difficult situations? How do you respond when you do things that are a little out of character? What are you saying to yourself? It's easy to forgive others. I don't have to take the others with me home. I have to take me home. I never turn myself off. There is no mute button on myself. I am constantly talking to myself. So what am I saying? What am I thinking? Because if I want to love others, if I want to say that I love God, then I got to love myself, because I am his child, I'm his creation, and love is patient and kind and understanding. We get this great description of what love is from our Bible. We have to practice those things to ourselves. So part of practicing really great mental health, really great mental maintenance is taking note. How do you talk to yourself? And when you're unkind to yourself, correct that. Be kind to yourself. Be understanding to yourself. Be patient with yourself. practice these things, because when I practice them and I'm practicing really great mental health, then I am truly experiencing and walking in God's love and mercy and grace. I can't say that I receive God's mercy, love, and grace, but then I'm really hateful to myself. I'm really impatient with myself. I'm really mean to myself about the things that I say. Those two things don't go together. If I'm going to walk in all that God is, then I have to say the right things to myself. And when I can do those together, the abundance and overflow of that flows onto those around us, and I'm being my fullest, best self possible. Let's go deep. Let's go deep in 2021. This is the year that we go deep, we stand on His promises, we experience really great physical, mental, and spiritual health through Jesus Christ. And that all starts with having great mental health through self-care of how we speak about ourselves to ourselves when no one else can hear those things. I hope that's a blessing to you. Anytime you're facing an opportunity where you're not being kind to yourself, correct yourself. Start being kind, patient, and understanding. We would love to walk this out with you. We'd love for you to come meet us in our in-home worship gatherings, both Metairie and Destrehan, each and every week. We go live with a video every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then our online experience every Sunday at 9 a.m. We'd love for you to come along this journey. Hit the subscribe and the bell icon so that you can stay up to date with our latest notifications. Download our app, Home Church 217. There you can stay up to date with the latest media. You can also see all the latest messages that are coming out. Anytime someone has a need or a prayer request, or we're just reconnecting, that's the greatest place to stay up to date with all of the latest things here at Home Church. We'd love to support you along this journey. We hope that 2021 is the year that we all go deeper. Let's walk this out together as we experience really great mental health and spiritual health. Till the next time we're together, God bless.